Yo, chat. Early today. Yeah, I'll just do a short stream today. I have some evening plans, and that's why I basically decided to do some stuff now, because I have like a little less than an hour, maybe 45 minutes or so to fill. White people happy. Indeed, indeed. So I'll do some Manim stuff. We need to check things. I have no idea what happens. I have no idea what currently happens in our pull requests. I haven't checked in a while. So that would be one thing that we could do. And another thing that I've been thinking of is, I'm not so sure. I have a scene, and the scene performs way worse than I would have expected. I think that's because there's a lot of recursion going on, but I'm not sure exactly why. So that I'd kind of like to profile it a little bit and see whether there are some things that we could improve. So either of that would be fun, I guess. Get family? Yeah, likely get family. Likely get family. We should probably make get family like a cached method or something like that. I don't think that would be the worst idea, to be honest. In particular, the runtime of the C. I mean, it takes a long time to render, but the thing that surprised me was actually the memory requirement. Leo suggested some resistor shift back idea. Yeah, it's been a long time since I checked the old issues. Not sure. Not sure about that. But yeah, I'd have to. I'd be curious to see. It would be curious to see where all the memory is used. That's actually almost more interesting than the runtime, because I don't quite see. 373. Yeah, I remember that one. I can show you the scene I'm talking about, actually. It's basically this. It's a Pascal triangle. Let's render it. Disable caching. That part is more or less fine. So I do expect that stuff gets a little bit slower as time goes on, given that the number of objects in the scene triples with every iteration. But there's something that Manim does in between, and I'm not sure what it is. That's the thing that's curious to me. Yeah, I like that. There's probably a cleaner way to animate this though. But I'm not sure what's going on at the beginning here. These should actually be congruent. But for some reason the big green triangle isn't entirely in the... I would suspect it to. It's kind of off. It's probably because the center is in a weird place. Now that I think of it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's it. Center is probably slightly off. Pascal Triangle is it's Sierpinski, of course, yeah. They're related in various ways, though. If you look at the, that's why I was thinking of Pascal. If you look at the odd entries in Pascal's triangle, you will find a similar structure. You will find a similar structure as this. Yeah, Sierpinski's cascade, it's usually called. Okay, so the initial positioning of the triangle should be fixed. Kind of annoys me. And then the animation, I guess, could be cleaner a little bit. But well, we're actually not here to fix the animation. We're here to investigate why it renders so slowly, or why it takes so much memory to render. That's the thing I'm interested in most right now. I found an archive research paper. Yeah, that's from colleagues, most likely. I'm not sure whether they are. There's. Who is the paper from? I mean, they are colleagues nonetheless. No, I don't mean those. It's a separate paper, I mean. But I mean, the investigation itself is... it's the same nonetheless. Probably similar aspects. Okay, so... I could fix that. Actually, the triangle in the beginning is annoying me. Should fix that. It's kind of funky to look at it. Broken link should still work, actually. Yeah. Yeah, anyhow, so the residue classes of integers is in these Sierpinski triangles is related to the position of the residue classes in Pascal's triangle. So Sierpinski cascade and Pascal's triangle is related. And not just due to the fact that both are triangles. Yeah, the more you know. Not sure whether this is really common knowledge though. I also just know because colleagues did a thing on that somewhat recently. Actually, not that recently. Thanks, streamer. You're welcome. Okay, so what I want to do is I think I want to profile that scene and look at Snakewiz to see what's going wrong. I like Moss Prophet. And I do have to admit, the animation is kind of funky. I like that. I just wish... I mean, what would be nice? I kind of wish... the order should maybe be different. Oh, playing it in reverse is kind of... I liked it. In reverse, it's really cool. Almost looks better in reverse than in normal direction. Anyhow, let's profile it. Let's profile it. We can look more at it later. I forgot everything I had to do for profiling, but I know that there's an entry in our documentation. Docs. Contributing. Performance. That was the one. Minus MC profile, right. All right, let's do it. With temp config quality. Actually, I kind of wonder. Quality equals medium quality. I don't need preview actually. Temp config rendering. Scene equals fuck. Scene.render. So what was the command? Python C profile square to circle. Python minus MC profile minus output frac.perf frac pi. Do your thing. Disable caching? Actually, yes. I'm kind of curious what happens with caching, and I'm also curious what happens without caching. Disable, thanks. Caching equals true. There we go. Right there. I'm curious what huge mug of water. Yeah, it's my water mug. It's convenient. Don't have to stand up so often and fetch more water. Just supports my laziness. It's pretty big. No, I just have small hands. Okay, so there we are. Let's open media videos. Let's look at it again because it's so nice. I wonder whether it's nicer to scale the entire thing, move it in. I dropped some frames. That was on me. Probably my internet. But it should be back. Maybe. Okay, that works. So it should be back. No, it was mine. I dropped some frames. Was probably gone for like a few seconds actually. Maybe even 10. My internet does that sometimes. It's kind of weird. Usually not in the evening though. So it's sometimes it happens during the day. It's kind of weird. But well, anyhow. I wonder whether it's nicer to scale the triangle in the middle and then move them to the positions in every step. So scaling, centric scaling, and then moving them simultaneously to all of the 3 ends. Maybe that would be nicer, I'm not sure. I can maybe check at some point. But right now, doesn't matter so much, because the thing we're interested in actually, Snake with frac.perf. Copy takes a lot of time. Go away. So what's here? Interesting. Capture objects is long, but that's okay. What are these? Init, deep copy. Copy is actually fine. Transform takes a lot of time. I wonder what actually takes all of this time. Apply fill, apply stroke. That's the method that displays vectorized objects, which is fine. But I wonder why it actually takes so long. Transform points pre-display. Generate subpaths from points. Because at that point, how many triangles do I have at that stage? In the end, it should be like what? I do 6 iterations. I start with 1 and every step it triples. So this means in the end there are 3 to the 7 minus 1 over 2. Like 1,000 objects. Why does it take so long for 1,000 objects? That's way longer than I would have expected, actually. Because this means that for one object it takes what? Almost 1/100th of a second? It's kind of weird. What does this do? Transform points pre-display. Yo there. The remove list dependency redundancy method also seems jank. Was it also doing stuff here? Yeah, a little bit. Profiling, see. Yeah, I have a scene which I was curious about why it takes so long. I can show you. It's basically a Sierpinski gasket. I was wondering whether we could boil down what exactly starts taking long for a large number of objects, because actually this shouldn't take too long. I mean, that's 1,000 objects. That should be, I feel that should be much faster. Not one single thing? Yeah. It's weird though. It's weird. Something is very slow. I'm not sure whether I should look here in the begin animations part, which does the copying. I mean, that's actually not... Copying takes some time. Remove list redundancies? Yeah, that's true. What are slow methods per core? I'm actually curious. That's file IO, I think. Copy is slow and called extremely often. Scene render is slow but only called once. That's the deep copy one. How large is an object? Because the family structure is not strictly a tree, some naive method of having each method call propagate the method call down to each object doesn't always work properly. Yeah, I know. For example, B and C are children of A and D is a child of B and C. Yeah. I know. I understand what you mean. Can we check? I mean, propagates done naively, you will move 8 in the move method of D will be called twice. Yeah, but that's not the case here. That's not what gives me the headache here. copying takes a lot of time here. That makes sense, but I mean, I need to copy the whole triangle and propagate things. So that's not the thing. That's a problem here. Nah, I think it's... Why does this take so long? Display vectorized. Capture objects takes forever. That's weird. So the get objects to display thingy. That's the family. We could cache that and get some benefit here. And otherwise it's really display vectorized. Why does that take so long? For 1,000 objects, why does it take 12 seconds? Because it manually checks every frame for every consecutive pair of points, anchor points, whether they are close enough to be considered equal. That's the main source of Let me look inside the code. Where is that Cairo renderer? Probably. Oh, inside the camera. Of course, the camera is the renderer. Okay, and the main part in display vectorized is this part, the Cairo context path, which happens here. Transform points pre-display. So now we are in here. And that's this part here. So I need to change the data structure from object point data. Yeah. I do get that. I do get that. Yeah. Because it needs to close the path if the points are considered equal. But it's actually not even too bad, is it? Curve 2, move 2. Like this here is Cairo. I mean, okay, it's actually this part here. I see. Worth investigating the OpenGL renderer? Yeah, I was thinking about it as well. But it was also slow when I tested it. It was also kind of slow when I tested that at some point, I think. I do wonder I mean, the big chunk definitely is here. And that's still only 13% of total runtime. But to be fair, I'm actually only interested in I'm interested in what takes so long. Let me check something. Slow because of the shader wrapper thing? No, I'm not sure. We'll see. We have almost no debug statements. It's kind of annoying. So the thing I'm curious about is like this break here. What happens here? What is he doing right now? Because he's not generating frames. He's doing something. Maybe it's the copying part that takes so long here. Might make sense. FMP can't get demuxer? No. Can't. I don't think that's that. It's not at the end. No. It's right in the beginning. Let me quickly check something. So what I'm curious about is the memory usage during the rendering. And we can look at some graph at least. Where's my Python? Or do I have to increase it some more? I can do that. There it is. And then it drops down again. There has to be some, there's like an obscene amount of data. Let me increase the number of iterations by 1. Then we can also check the thing again. Kind of curious about that, actually. I also don't have too much more time today, so I'll probably end stream soon, but let's check whether we can see something first. You can also use Scalene for getting memory profiles. Yeah, I could look into that. But as I said, I don't have too much more time today, so I'll just look briefly at this and then... Where's my Python? Here it is. Oh, where it is? There it is. 300 MB. And what happens now? It shoots up. 400. 500. 600. 700. So the question is, why is this so high? Because, I mean, how many objects? It's what at 1.1 gigabyte now. How many objects does this scene have? It has like 1,000. It's 3 to the 7, more or less, or maybe 2,000 objects, and it's not done even. 1.5 gigabyte. Why does Manim take 1.5 gigabyte for doing something with like 2,000 objects? The render time, that's okay. I takes a bit of time to render each iteration, but why so much memory? And then it drops down again. How much data does one object store? And why is it like half a megabyte? If it even is that. Can you share the code as a gist or something? Yeah, I can do that. I can do that. Let's look at the thing first. Media videos 720 frac. At least do something pretty here in this stream. Oops. Sweet. I'll post this somewhere. Where do we put this? I'll put it in voice chat. The closest. I have mixed feelings in profiling. On the one hand, I'm excited about the prospect of being able to speed up Manim significantly. On the other hand, it makes me sad that it was so ridiculously inefficient in the first place. Yeah. The inefficiency is really... I don't know. It's quite something. Let's look at the profile. Snake Wiz. Fuck. Perf. Show me. Because in my mind, the longer the more objects we have, the more all of this will, or the more the profiling will distort towards the direction where the actual bottleneck is. But it seems to be copy. It's kind of weird to me though. Do you think it's changed when using shallow copy? Do we even still have shallow copy? Can check. copy. No, we don't have copy anymore. We don't have a shallow copy. Mobject doesn't have a shallow copy. Maybe vectorized Mobject has one? No. No shallow copies. So yeah, I'm not sure. But the thing I'm still more surprised about is the amount of memory that is used, because I feel that's disproportionate. Runtime, okay, you can argue about that, but the amount of memory used, it actually surprises me. I'm not sure why objects would need to be that big. The deep verbosity is basically a video hashed and surely I can make. Yeah, I feel like. Honestly, I feel like lots of things would be easier to spot if we started consistently adding debug prints throughout the library. Everything is quite ridiculously inefficient. Yeah, that's true. That's true, but still, I mean, that doesn't quite explain the amount of memory that's used. For like 2,000 objects, you shouldn't need like 1.5 gigs of memory. That's insane to me. Even if we are animating stuff, then I think there are at some points triples of things. The thing itself, the target, and everything that's in between, more or less. Or the starting object, the current version of the object, and the target positioning. But even if you triple everything again, that's like what? 6,000 objects. That still shouldn't be 1.5 gigs of memory, even with everything tripled. So actually, objects need to have an insane amount of data stored in them. Otherwise, I can't really explain how I would, how they would be so large. I actually do wonder about that. So it would be interesting to see whether there's anything that yeah, I don't know. It's odd. And I think I'll leave it at that, because actually I have to get ready and leave soon, so I should get going. It's still weird. Stream later or tomorrow? I'll be online tomorrow at some point again. Today I have some plans in the evening, so I won't be around, I guess. Maybe I'll be around. I don't think so. But you'll get the notification over Discord. More games. I'm not sure yet. There's some things in. I should probably work on the written tutorial thing I've started a while ago, or think about stuff I want to do for the next episode of my YouTube stuff. So maybe if I do some mining, then probably wait, let me check something. Let me quickly check something. Okay, if I do some mining, then probably around a similar time as today. And gaming probably in the evening or so. So Shrek to you, few of them low hanging. Yeah, that's kind of true. I mean, I'm not. It would be interesting to think about or to start implementing a better data structure for vectorized objects, because right now it's kind of weird. Well, anyhow, Yeah, I'll leave it at that. Let's watch the animation once more, because that kind of makes me happy. A little bit at least. Yeah, that's sweet. Let's play it in reverse. It was pretty cool earlier. It's like a fun zooming animation. Oh well, anyhow. Kind of love prerequisites for that, better tests, proper discussion and investigation. Yeah. I feel like development velocity for the library has to pick up a little bit before we can do anything about that. So we definitely need more contributors and more people willing to touch the internals. And what would probably help is if I finished the tutorial. So that should be like, I should spend some time on that. It's kind of a good idea. So yeah, if there's some money, then probably tomorrow around the same time. And otherwise I might be online tomorrow towards my evening, so in a few hours from now. Tomorrow. More Fox game. Tunic is pretty cool. Played a little bit last night. It was sweet. And we finished Salt and Sanctuary the first playthrough. I also want to play some more of that, but yeah, we'll see. Until then, thanks for hanging out, chat. And I'll see you later / tomorrow at some point, I hope. Oh no, I don't have the... I don't have the Moss Prophet in that scene. I'm kind of sorry about that. Wait, let me trigger it once more. There you go. Okay. Thanks guys for watching. See you around either tomorrow or at some other point. Oh, don't be too sad. I'll be back. I'll be back eventually. Okay, that's enough.